Hi, this is Mark again, and this is the video for assignment 7, part 1, explanation of obviousness. Basically when we look at obviousness, we look at the difference between novelty and obviousness. So in the most simple sense, novelty is when you look at one single prior art and say something along the lines of this is basically a different thing. So if you can look to a single prior art and say that this patent application is basically the same thing, then it is not novel. So an example would be if you have a patent on a cup and someone changes the color of the cup from blue to red. It's not novel, it's really the same thing. So that would be basically the difference between novelty. So then coming to obviousness, which is pretty much novelty but one step higher, is obviousness is looking at multiple prior arts to put together your patent. So this one gets a little more complex, and the example I used in my blog post is if you have a patent for a boat and you have a patent for a boat that has a new kind of material on the bottom that's waterproof and it lines the bottom hull of the boat, and then you have a patent on a prior art on a wakeboard, and then someone else tries to come along and get a patent that is the same exact specifications as the wakeboard, except uses this new coating on the bottom that's waterproof. This is kind of obvious because anyone, with a basic understanding of boats and aquatics and whatnot knows that you can just take that coating that you put on the boat and put it onto really anything else. So in this case, the wakeboard, you could just put on the bottom of the wakeboard. So in that case, it's obvious. So the only catch with this one is the more prior arts you use to make your case for why something is obvious, the less likely it is to work. So for example, if you can make your case with 3 prior arts that are all from the same field showing that something's obvious, then it probably is obvious. But if you have to use 20 different prior arts from very, very different fields, such as, biotech and if it has something to do with cooking and this, that, and the other in completely unrelated fields, and there's a lot of them, then most likely the thing is not obvious or wouldn't be argued obvious. Thank you.